This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio on a Monday, an historical Monday because it's the inauguration of Barack Obama. So get out your Pepto-Bismol, do what you have to do. You know what my suggestion is? Just don't watch. I'm not going to watch. And in addition to that, of course, it's Martin Luther King Day. Many of you aren't working today. I don't understand that. Why don't bankers have to work on holidays? Don't you think people need money on Martin Luther King Day? Don't you agree, Garrett?
Absolutely.
And of course, we're proving today why the female gender is the superior sex, because we've been rolling traffic reporters in and out of here for the past month. And for the first time, we have someone of the male gender. And what do we have? We've got two. It takes two guys to do traffic what one woman can do, Garrett.
I know.
With us today is Jake the Snake, another Jake. Now, Jake, when you talk in a microphone, you got to be right on the microphone.
Gotcha.
All right. Now, what's your name, Jake?
Jake Day.
All right, Jake Day. And where are you from?
Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Are you ready for this very difficult assignment of reading off a laptop the traffic?
Yep.
You know, if you suck, we're going to fire you. We don't care that you're 15.
I don't even work here.
All right. And also with us is Jerry with a J, who has the misfortune, apparently, of working with a one Tim Jones. And you got that microphone on, Garrett, too?
Yep.
All right. Jerry, what do you do for a living?
I work...
You got to talk right in the microphone or nobody's going to hear you. And you can adjust it up. You don't have to bend down.
For an education company.
An education company? What do you educate us about?
We educate...
I don't care. What do you all think of our wall? What do you think?
Wall is off.
Jake, do you like the wall?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Do you know,
That's all he can come up with.
Teenage boys.
Hey, what's your dad's name, Jake?
Chip.
I think Chip likes the wall.
Does Jake know who Farrah Fawcett is?
Heck no.
Kinda, sorta.
Kinda, sorta. Well, that's a great wall. If you got a picture of your girlfriend, Jake, you want to hang up there, we're happy to hang it up there for you. I just want you to know that.
Don't have a girlfriend.
Today, you know what? William did a good job over the weekend. Of course, I'm still waiting because of the printer of today's newsletter. But over the weekend, the question of the day was pretty good. I am is reportedly the shortest sentence in the English language. Could it be that I do is the longest sentence? Ha ha ha! Jake, you're too young to get that, but trust me, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Channel 5 news director Mike Neely's daughter Brandy has made it through to Hollywood on American Idol. She sang "Your Cheating Heart" and woed the judges. How you like that? Charlie Sheen, you know that comedy tour that he did that sucked?
Yeah.
He said he did it because he was broke. How does Charlie Sheen be broke? But Charlie, we don't care. When you come to Cincinnati next time, stop in and see us. Lady Gaga is going to perform at the private inaugural because no one else wanted to. We lost Stan the Man Musial at 92 over the weekend. Played for the Cardinals for 22 years. The National League all-time hits leader before Pete Rose broke it. And Earl Weaver, who I hated because I watched the 1970 World Series, and it was the first baseball that I really ever watched. And I didn't like him because, of course, the Orioles kicked the Reds' butt. Over the weekend, UK beat Auburn, 75-53. Syracuse knocked off #1 Louisville. The Bearcats squeaked by Marquette, 71-69, despite not having their star player, Kashmir Wright. And this was a sad day. The Butler Bulldogs beat the Gonzaga Bulldogs. I always say when two Bulldog teams play each other and have to lose.
One has to go down.
You know what I'm saying? Also, United States Marine Corps Sergeant Timothy Spreeder of Florence is going to be the color guard with the Marines today at the big inauguration. Pro-life rally over the weekend, 500 walkers turned out. Is there anything happening in traffic yet, Jake?
Well, in Campbell, there's a traffic shift in place for bridge work on 275 westbound between 5 and
Oh, he's reading the ones.
You're reading the ones we don't care in the left column, Jake.
Rookie.
We only care what's in the right-hand column.
Well, in the right column, there's no incidents at this time, so let's keep it that way, people. Drop the cell phone, drop the cigarette, keep your eyes on the road.
Wow.
He likes editorialized, little commentary.
Comes with sports broadcasting.
Why, you sports broadcaster?
Yeah.
What have you broadcasted in sports?
High school football and basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
For your school?
Yep.
What is your like hero like in sports broadcasting? Is it Marv Albert, the guy with the toupee that dresses like a woman, or is it somebody like
a prostitute?
Tom Brenneman? I mean, who do you like?
Well, mostly like the people that do the Reds games and stuff, but like there are some other
Marty
people.
Brenneman?
Yeah, kind of.
He sucks.
He's the worst.
God, he's terrible.
Horrible announcer.
I can't believe he made the broadcasting. We're just teasing, Marty. You know that.
Let anybody do Reds games.
78-year-old grandmother's charged with burglary. New Jersey resident Lorraine Blackley has been charged. Hey, when you're a famous ESPN broadcaster, will you remind him that I got you your start?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Lorraine Brackley is charged with 5 others in a participation of a theft. That's how bad the economy is, Garrett. 78-year-old grandmothers are committing burglaries.
Knocking off banks.
Jerry, has your grandmother ever committed a burglary?
No, but that's why I left New Jersey, because just to live there, you have to commit burglaries.
You do? New Jersey? Have you ever been to the Bada Bing?
I have been to the Bada Bing.
Did you take your wife or girlfriend or significant other?
By myself.
All right. We won't tell anybody. How about Obama's Volunteers National Day of Service where he varnished a shelf? Boy, I watched that and said, man, I want to go out and do some community service. Heck, when they cut the camera to him, he was actually taking a break. He couldn't even varnish his shelf without taking a break. Jake, do you like Barack Obama?
No.
Good thing, because if you said yes,
you're fired. You would be fired immediately on the spot.
Was that shelf out on a golf course?
Jerry, do you like Barack Obama?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. You guys are safe at least with that. You might get fired for some other reason today, but at least not for that. Though Biden and Obama will be sworn in, they actually were sworn in yesterday. The inauguration ceremony begins at 11:30 a.m. The parade begins at 2:35. Who gives a damn? It's terrible. It's a bad day for America. Hey, Jake, do you know how butterflies taste?
No.
They taste with their feet. What are you studying? Why don't you get smarter? What school do you go to?
Lawrenceburg High
Don't
School.
they teach you things about how butterflies taste with their feet?
No, not really.
Man, I knew that in the first grade at St. Cecilia in Independence.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things they teach you. How does a butterfly taste? Didn't you know that in Anderson?
Absolutely. That was.
Indiana's behind a little bit. You know, their schools are behind.
Maybe because they're all run by rednecks.
Whoa!
Hey!
Wow!
I got Jake.
Throwing down. Throwing down. Hope your principal's not listening.
Realize it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry, today we're going to start out with a classic Monday morning song, Fleetwood Mac, a band that Jake obviously doesn't know who the hell they are, but we don't care, on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. I want to tell you something, folks. Guy traffic reporters are so much better, aren't they, Garrett?
Yes.
I mean, Jerry brought us homemade muffins and chocolate chip cookies. I mean, Patty Waddell brought us those store-bought cinnamon rolls, glazed, that were just terrible. Dry, I couldn't eat them. Judy Schlotman didn't bring us anything. Neither did Angie Brick or Cheryl Jones and Sarah Jones.
What do these guys bring? Big old sack of cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies. Jake does big old chocolate chip store-bought. That's okay, Jake.
I'm about to bust into that one.
And then the homemade are great. So I'll save that little story there, save that little story there. It's still too early in the morning for politics, Jake. What do we have here? Oh, I got a great joke later. I'm going to actually do a joke. It's going to be a good one. It's one to everybody. I got a good joke. Alicia Keys is going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl February 3rd. What do you think about that, Jake? You got a comment about that? Would you let Alicia Keys sing the Star-Spangled Banner at Lawrenceburg High School?
No.
I wouldn't either.
We have people that do that already.
I'd let her.
You would? How about Andre Smith of the Bengals?
Take her to the
Accidentally had a gun. Take her to janitor's class. That's what you said. Oh, I love it.
Who had a gun?
Andre Smith, the Bengals.
Oh, fat ass.
He is a fat ass, ain't he? I mean, he's a big fat ass.
There he is.
I mean, real big fat ass. All right, this is funny. First judge, that's Judge Stan Billingsley, sent me a few rules. Jake, put your earmuffs on.
It costs a lot on this show. You've never heard of.
I'll think of the clean ones. Money cannot buy happiness, but it's more comfortable to cry in a Corvette than on a bicycle. Many people are alive only because it's illegal to shoot them. That's got to be politically incorrect. Alcohol does not solve any problems, but neither does milk. All right, here we go. When a lady, I can clean it up. When a lady is pregnant, all her friends touch the stomach and say congrats. But none of them come and touch the man's willy whacker and say good job. Moral of the story, hard work is never appreciated. He's got some more there too. They're pretty good. I got to share some more things with you. From People magazine. Britney Spears and her boyfriend are going to break up, Gary.
Oh, no.
And Demi's found a new boyfriend, some yoga instructor named Harry Morton.
She's looking for a rebound.
And do you think that the new Maxim cover girl can go on the wall?
There's a Katrina Bowden.
Yes, I vote.
Yes.
Not that.
We need more rear end on the wall.
There's more pictures in here. William Shatner. There are some funny stuff. I get Maxim magazine for material for the show, folks. It is hilarious. Grandpa's dirty joke. Oh no, I can't read that one. Never mind. Even Maxim sometimes goes over the line. You know what I'm saying?
Clean it up, Max.
Clean it up, Maxim.
Family
Clean it up. They had that coerce dance.
Ooh.
There you go. You'll find somebody in that one. How about these? These ladies in North Carolina are like the roofers. They put houses together for free. You know what? We ought to jackwagon them up. You know why? Because these ladies who are working for free are putting real roofers that need money out of business. Jackwagon up these ladies. How dare they take good money away from people who need the money?
Go home, you old bags.
You don't need them to be doing it for free.
Right.
Taking away good money. By the way, last night, you ever watch the show Shameless? You guys watch the movie? Yeah. Oh my God, on Showtime, it is so funny. There's this one scene last night where this young kid wins a bid, and this illegal Hispanic guy goes, "You can't win the bid. I'm an illegal Hispanic. You can never win a bid with me." It was funny stuff. What are you going to do to celebrate Martin Luther King Day?
Bearcats play about 3:30. I do drinking by 2.
Did you see the new case that I got?
No. What'd you get?
Cassie Elfers.
I went to school with her.
You went to school with her?
Yeah, we were same class.
20 years old.
Potential traffic girl?
No. 20 years old.
Jake, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Falsely charged with misconduct with a 13-year-old.
Oh boy. You're teetering on.
I'm 3-0 representing these situations. I've got to go for 4-0.
But has the defendant ever been? I guess you're the defendant, aren't you? Or she is.
She's a defendant. I'm a lawyer.
I know, but
you know what? I never lose these cases. They might as well find her not guilty right now. Panel the jury, find her not guilty.
See, I never had a problem with the Sarah Jones. The kid's 17 years old.
So you got a problem with 13?
13 is, what are you, how old is she, 20?
21.
Yeah, she was. I can say,
alleged time.
I got her permission to say this publicly. She did not have sex with that kid.
Well, good.
True. She did not have sex with that kid. On a serious note.
Then I hope you win.
So anyway, what's this? You know, Chuck gets up in the morning. You know why he gets up in the morning? To harass me with text messages.
I'm telling you, he just has an auto text thing that fires off a couple generic messages.
He does that. He does that.
He's still sleeping.
Hey, how about Mr. Manti Te'o interviewed with ESPN's Jeremy Shatner and says he cleaned it all up. He didn't have anything to do with it. What do you think about that, Jake? You think that's an issue?
I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. I mean,
what about Lance Armstrong? You got an opinion about him?
I don't know the whole story. I mean,
I thought you covered sports for your school. You don't know anything about Notre Dame football? What do you think about the Notre Dame middle linebacker situation, Jerry?
I don't think it's going to hurt him at all.
You need to talk closer to the microphone.
It's not going to hurt him in the draft.
He's still going to make a lot of money. What about Lance Armstrong?
He's already made a lot of money.
You know what? Lance Armstrong is a schmuck. I didn't realize that people that were against him got anonymous death threats. So I don't like him. I just want you to know. San Francisco beat Atlanta 28-24. I knew the Falcons would blow it. And Baltimore 28, New England 13. Chuck, I had to talk Chuck off a cliff last night because he was wearing his Tom Brady jersey during the game. And when they lost, he just broke down. And I had to say, come on, Chuck, get it together. It'll be okay. This day in history, King Louis the 16th. You know who he was, Jake?
It was like French, wasn't it?
Well, at least you got French right. In fact, it was Louis. Was Louis kind of like a little hint there for you that you could guess French?
Yeah. Dog, I didn't know that.
He was guillotined.
I'd guess Spain.
In the day.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz premiered in New York City in 1903. Have you ever seen that, Jake?
I've seen parts of it.
Have you ever seen the thing in the background of that movie? The
Yes.
original with
Yes.
this kid, like the rumor. What'd you think there? Somebody die?
I don't know. Bee Gees' Saturday Night Fever album came out. Was #1 for 24 weeks. Jake, do you ever get Saturday Night Fever?
I don't know what Saturday Night Fever is.
This is what Saturday Night Fever is right here, man. You ever go disco dancing at your school? Do they have
No.
discos?
No.
They don't?
They have the exact opposite.
Jake,
Gibb?
maybe we shouldn't hire a hot young woman to do traffic and just stick with high school boys that do sports.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, I don't think so. Jake, there's just some things that override you.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Jake, you want to be our sportscaster?
Sure.
You can be our sportscaster.
All
Can you
right.
skip school every day to come in and do this?
I don't know if I can do that.
Today's birthdays. Eric Holder, the Attorney General. He's a jackwagon. Mac Davis is 71. Jack Nicklaus, 73. Telly Savalas would have been some age. Benny Hill. Thomas Stonewall Jackson's birthday. Do you know what battle in the Civil War Stonewall Jackson was killed, Jake? I will give you a $100 bill if you guess it correctly. Or get it right.
Gettysburg?
No.
High Hill, or
High Hill.
Fire Hill, or what's it
Something
called?
like that.
Fire Hill. I love you, man.
What's it called?
I love you, man. It's Chancellorsville.
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
Something on the damn hill!
Ladies and
Son
gentlemen,
of a bitch!
this is Tiny Dancer by Elton John, Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. We have with us Jerry and Jake. I double booked it. But Jerry is a big fan and is in here. We'll just call him co-host today. See, we elevated you to co-host. And then Jake is doing the traffic for us. Jake is a 15-year-old high school student at Dearborn County, Lawrenceburg High School in Dearborn County. And Jake, is there anything going on in traffic right now?
Well, if I can just get this website to refresh, I can probably tell
So
you.
you're saying you screwed it up?
No, I just hit refresh.
Boy.
Alright, let's see if I can...
And these guys did bring good tasting cookies at least.
Cookies, muffins, more cookies.
All right, while he's trying to find his site, let's see what we have in the poster category. All right. A Hero Will Rise. Gladiator. You don't like that movie? I can watch the first 15 minutes of this movie like over and over again. It's the best.
It's alright.
What you do in this life echoes in eternity.
I like Russell Crowe.
You like Russell Crowe? All right, what else do we have here? Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jake, close your eyes.
Who is this?
And Margaret.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I didn't recognize her. Anne Margaret, the Farrah Fawcett of her time.
Nice.
Jake,
That's
your
the one
mom's
I
not
was
listening, is
featured.
she?
No, I don't think
Good.
so.
All right, good.
Probably though.
All right, and then I remember this poster. Elle, Kathy, and Rachel. Elle, Kathy, and Rachel. Do you approve?
Yeah.
I think so. All right. Boy, I tell you, our additions just keep growing and growing. Is there anybody else that you think we should hang on the wall? You know who we should put up on the wall? Larry Bird, a good Hoosier.
Yes.
Larry Bird's an
Larry
icon.
Bird, on
And
the list.
Magic.
And Magic.
Magic
But
and Larry.
Michael.
And Michael. We don't.
What the heck?
Jake, come on, man. We don't have Michael. Do you approve of those, Jerry?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't want to ruin the wall.
No, not that
Oh,
wall.
they get put-
They get on
They
this
get put in
wall,
the
these
corner.
walls.
In the corner.
That wall will never. In fact, I don't know how Bruce got so lucky.
I think he's going to move once we need space.
Bruce is a good Jersey boy.
Yeah, he is. He's a good New Jersey boy. And then I like Bruce Springsteen despite his politics. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Joining us in the studio today is Jerry. He's my co-host because we double book traffic reporters. And Jake is 15 from Lawrenceburg High School, is our traffic reporter. And you know what, Jake? You might go the entire show since it's Martin Luther King Day with nothing happening in traffic.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
All right, a 22-year-old, we got to give her, Anderson High graduate, Kristen Hollywood, will sing with the Lee University Festival Choir around 9:30 a.m. today, prior to Obama's inauguration.
Oh, see, Anderson people doing big things.
Representing. Right.
What's her name? Kristen Hollywood?
Kristen Hollywood.
Anderson grad.
Yep.
And she's
22
what,
years
22?
old. How old are you?
24.
So she would have been a sophomore when you were a senior.
Yeah.
Remember dating her?
No, I'm pretty sure I would remember that.
The center is hosting a free admission day. That's National Underground Railroad Center. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in honor of Martin Luther King. You ever been there?
Freedom Center, no.
Have you?
I went there twice, actually.
I liked it. It was pretty informative.
Were you forced? Was it part of like a field trip thing?
Yeah, both times were field trips. Once in 2nd grade and once in 8th.
Deputies say the Pizza Hut on Coleraine Avenue was robbed Saturday night around 11 p.m. with a shotgun. Jake, where were you Saturday night at 11 p.m.?
Sleeping.
All right. What do you think about that? Robbing a pizza place.
Why would
with
you rob
shotgun.
a pizza joint?
If you're going to rob a pizza guy, at least call him to your house so that they don't have other people with them.
That's a good point. Call him, rob the delivery boy.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't want to do that because then they know where you are. That's a terrible idea, Jake.
30 minutes or less.
Hey, Jake, don't ever commit any burglaries because you're going to get caught.
I don't plan to.
My gosh. Or call him to your house.
They just kidnap him. You kidnap him.
If you've ever seen the movie 30 Minutes or Less, you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen that movie. It's funny. In fact, funny, last night I watched the movie Hot Rod. Sam Berg from Saturday Night Live, where he's got a moped. He does all those stunts. God, so stupid. So stupid, it's funny.
Yeah.
He's got a crew. Danny McBride and Bill Hader. Oh, God. Nominated by Obama to head the ATF, Wyoming, Ohio native Todd Jones graduated in 19... How about all these Buckeyes doing well? Pretty good. Brent Spence bridge replacement issues. Jerry, what do you think about the idea of tolls?
I do not want to pay a toll.
I don't either. It's going to cost me, because I come across the bridge to and from every day, it would cost me $4,000 more a year to do that. $4,000. That's messed up. A 15-year-old boy's in custody in New Mexico after killing 5 individuals in a home southwest of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Man, that's messed up.
Good God.
Man, it is such uplifting news today.
Yeah.
52% of Americans say illegal immigrants who hold jobs should be able to apply for legal status. Oh well, I guess, maybe. 30-year-old Zong Fuli is quite attractive. Says she can't find a regular guy to date because they usually are just out for money. Her father is a beverage mogul who's worth around $12 billion. Jake, would you like to date somebody like that?
Sure.
Do you know China's economy grew at 8% last year, while our economy was doing 1%?
Probably.
Oh, my God. Terrible, terrible. What are you going to do when you grow up, Jake?
Sports broadcasting.
All right. You know, when you apply at Clear Channel, when you send your resume to Joe Frederick and Daryl Parks, make sure you put me down as a reference, and you will probably get the job.
All right, gotcha.
All right.
They'll love that.
They'll love that. You might want to put Garrett Sablehouse's name down, too.
All
I'd
right.
only want to put my name. I got a lot of pull around there.
All right. I'll be sure to do that.
You know, they think, you know, last
Chuck's ass
in
up.
2009 there was like 2 million people. They're not expecting near that many, like 500,000 this year.
What do you mean, 500,000 what?
The inaugural of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go.
This is the second time around.
Nobody. Oh, by the way, you know where my wife went this weekend? She went to Chicago to a seminar with her friend to a whole day event where they tell you how to eat right. This diet, no eggs, no meat, nuts, fruits, and vegetables.
Oh, that sounds like a miserable.
Can you imagine how skinny I'm going to be?
You're going to eat this crap?
I'm going to support her. We're going to do it together. You know, Cameron and Parker, they're kind of health nut kids now. They're at home. Nuts, fruits, and vegetables.
Oh, your fat ass can afford to use it.
No more chocolate chip cookies. We'll ask people to bring in nuts, fruits, and vegetables. Oh, by the way, you hear my idea for the, we got a song, don't we?
Veggie tray.
Huh? Oh, I can talk about this. There was a girl that worked at Bulldogs. Her name was Shannon. She was a bartender. And every time we had a swimsuit competition, she asked if she was allowed to enter, and I said, sure. She won every one. And
she wants to do traffic?
She had a legal issue. She had a legal issue the other day, and she stopped by, and she's been running 8 miles a day. And like she's super thin. And she's got a good voice, and she's got, she kind of likes the attention a little bit.
You single?
She's single. Well, no, she's about to be single. So anyway, I thought to myself, she would be a good traffic reporter. So Friday, she's going to come in, and we'll see what you think.
I'm going to miss Sarah K. Jones.
You are?
Yeah. It's odd. She's not listening, is she?
Yes, she is.
Oh, she just texted me. Yes, you creepy bastard, I am listening. Stay the hell away from me or I'll get a restraining order. Okay.
She's
listening.
What about all the times you call her hillbilly? You got an interesting way of wooing a woman there, Garrett.
You like my strategy?
Kind of like Tommy
See how
Boy.
it's played out over the years for me?
Well, you know what? It is true. How many times, I don't know how many times, I've known a girl that would badmouth some dude, and the next thing you knew, they were going out. Don't you remember that? That happened all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And how about some gorgeous chick went out with the dopey head guy?
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck? Girls love bad boys, outlaws. That's the bottom line. Do you know who Heart is, the rock band Heart is, Jake?
Yeah, I've heard some of their songs.
You have? Do you like Barracuda?
That's the main song
Right.
I've heard.
Just stay away from Barracudas is all I got to tell you.
Yeah.
This is Heart on ClassX Radio. Hello, everybody. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. On their 50th anniversary, a wife found a negligee she wore on her wedding night and put it on. She went to her husband, a retired sailor, and asked, "Honey, do you remember this?" He looked up from his newspaper and said, "Yes, dear, I do. You wore that same negligee the night we were married." She said, "Yes, that's right. Do you remember what you said to me that night?" He nodded and said, "Yes, dear. I said, oh, baby, I'm going to suck the life out of those and your brains out." She giggled and said, "That's exactly what you said. So now it's 50 years later and I'm in the same negligee. What do you have to say tonight?" He looked up at her and said, "Mission accomplished." No boobs and no brain.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That was sent to me by Bulldog Nation member JG. Is anything going on in traffic there yet, Jake the man?
Still nothing according to what I've got.
All right. Boone County Sheriff Michael Helmick says he's not going to adopt and enforce the federal gun initiatives. How you like that? No, he says. This is former President Bill Clinton. Clinton warned Obama's National Finance Committee and several business leaders they should proceed with caution on Obama's gun control plan, saying gun control is more complex than any other issue. He said, "Do not patronize the passionate supporters of your opponents by looking down your nose at them. Bill Clinton's a smart dude. Thank you, Bulldog. I know I am. Hey, that's a nice picture over there. Who's that? Who's that woman next to Garrett over there? You like that picture?
We do have the best vlog going.
I'm talking about the picture on the computer there.
Oh, yeah, well, of Sarah Jones.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, if he should decide to run for president in 2016, is apparently living in sin with food celebrity Sandra Lee. A Catholic official has called it a public concubine. It's funny. Jake is now playing solitaire instead of doing traffic.
There's no traffic.
Nothing to report.
Go ahead.
You're fired, Jake!
All right.
I swear!
Jerry, are you ready to take over traffic duties?
Jerry.
I am ready.
We do not allow people playing solitaire while you're supposed to be paying attention to traffic.
But what if there was an accident?
I want to tell you something. We're not going to destroy your career. You can still put us down on your resume. We won't tell them that we fired you. We'll tell them that we just gave you a one-day gig because we don't want to hurt your broadcasting career that you got fired by playing solitary during your traffic reports, Jake.
Yeah. There's nothing to report.
Hey, at least he's not looking at porno like
Wild Man Walker does. Hey, Wild Man, we're not going to pay you nothing, and we don't want you even if you did it for free.
Stinky bastard.
Try to help out the Wild Man, and what does he want? He wants to be paid.
Money
Because
talks.
money talks.
What a moron.
Has he found another gig? No.
And he won't either.
He won't either. We don't want him. What do you think of Wild Man Walker there, Jerry?
I don't like him.
Yeah. We used to like him, but we don't like him anymore. Because he asked us to pay money. We refused. Bill Gates is so rich, only worth $65 billion. He's decided that he's going to return. He's not going to return to Microsoft. He's going to focus on his foundation. Isn't that nice? It's easy to do that when you are that rich. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood, the National Rifle Association got a 41% approval rating. The Entertainment, 23. Jake, do you own any guns?
I don't own guns, but my dad does. He owns 2.
He does?
Yeah.
Jerry, are you a gun guy?
No, but I think that they should be legal.
Now, Jake,
Illegal? Illegal.
Legal.
Jake, I got to ask you a question. If somebody comes into your school with a gun, wouldn't you like somebody in your school to have a gun to shoot them before they shot you?
Yeah. That would be nice.
He's a rational man right there,
You know
Jake
what?
is. All right, Jake, we'll rehire you. We'll let you finish traffic.
I was
But
sitting.
don't screw up again.
All right.
Speaking of weapons, I was laying in bed last night, and all of a sudden I get real paranoid because I just get to thinking. You know, my mind goes in 1,000 directions. I'm like, if somebody busted into my house right now, I have nothing. I don't even have like a baseball bat or some
I'm
like
telling you, man.
wooden pole to beat the hell out of somebody.
Back door went open the other night, and my wife goes, "Who is that?" And kind of said, nobody answered. I grabbed a bat, and I was headed downstairs when it was my son. He didn't hear her. I wasn't like 100 feet away, but still.
Right.
I was ready, man. I was going to go to
Gotta
war.
be. Next time I'm at my mom's house, I'm gonna pick up one of my old.
See, we have quadruple protection. We have dogs, alarm, gun, bat.
Yeah. Moat. You need a moat.
Hey, if you're interested, if you're thinking about burglarizing my house, I got a gun in every room. I'm like Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I shouldn't have
Mr.
said
and
that.
Mrs. Smith, I got a gun in every room.
Yeah, so do I, people. Don't think about it. God, I just gave myself up.
How about 56-year-old Ray Nagin, the former New Orleans mayor, indicted 21 counts of corruption, allegedly receiving $200,000 in kickbacks and trips to Jamaica, Hawaii, and Vegas. Are we allowed to take kickbacks for radio? No, that's called payola. That's right, payola.
Payola,
You can't do payola, can you? Jake, no accidents. We usually get something by now.
Nope. Still nothing.
My goodness.
Hey, Martin MLK, I'm telling you.
Yep.
Holiday, people are slowing it down, not out there.
It'll pick up here in a minute probably. People are going to go do stuff and they're going to wreck.
Did you hear about Barack
Patterns.
Obama? He's going to have his campaign becoming a tax-exempt group for organizing for action. Will focus on local issues, gun control, and immigration. God, I can't stand that guy. How about this? This is by Ed Rendell. For Republicans said this, look out. Former Pennsylvania governor, influential Democrat, drew no guess of surprise or shocked response from his fellow liberal travelers when he recently articulated the left's position and said, "The good thing about Newtown is it was so horrific that I think it galvanized Americans to a point where the intensity on our side is going to match the intensity on their side." The good thing. Unbelievable. What do you think of that, Jake?
I don't know.
Jerry, what do you think about that?
Yeah, he's got a positive attitude.
Jerry, now what do you do? Like you said you work at an education. You got to talk right in that microphone. What exactly do you do? Do you work for Tim Jones? Like, do you have to, like, make his lunch, wash his car? Is that the kind of thing you do?
Yes, every day.
I was going to say, man.
We do have an incident now.
We do? What's the incident? What's the
Here we
incident?
go.
In Cincinnati, there is a vehicle on fire at 275 westbound at Mosteller Road, exit 44.
On fire?
All right.
Yeah, on fire.
Did everybody escape?
Don't know.
What?
Injuries,
What?
details.
Come on, we need details. What kind of car
there
is
are no
it?
details.
What kind of car is
it?
it?
I can't click on it. There's no details.
Is it a truck or a car?
It says vehicle.
It's an F-150 with
Is it on the side of the road or is it in the middle of the road?
It
Bulldog
says
Nation.
Stickers
275
on the
westbound. I
side.
can't click on it.
What
It
color are the
details.
flames so we know how hot it is? Is it orange flames, red flames,
Blue flames, probably.
blue flames?
Yeah.
Has it reached the gas tank?
Has it exploded?
exploded?
Is the
I
car?
don't know. There's no details.
Is it abandoned? I mean, is it a stolen vehicle or is it somebody's car caught on fire?
Are police on the scene?
I have no idea.
Are there-
Gary, get in there!
Are they ambulances? What's?
I can't click on it. I can't get details. It's not.
Is it black smoke or gray smoke?
I don't know.
Are the tires burning?
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
Will this affect the inauguration?
Yes. Is it going to slow down the inauguration?
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh, thank God.
I'll find anything to slow that down.
Wouldn't it be funny if like somebody did something to slow down the inauguration? Streakers or something.
Yeah.
If we were in Washington, I'd run my fat
you
naked ass
believe-
across that stage.
You ever streaked there?
We re-elected Barack Obama. I'm so tired. I'm going to take a nap in the next break. I'll take a 5-minute nap. I haven't slept, Jake. Do you know that? 0 sleep. My last sleep was like 3 to 5 o'clock nap yesterday.
Yeah.
Chris Isaac, Only the Lonely, on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Jerry, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Baltimore.
And he just does not listen about talking close to the microphone.
Square into it, Jerry!
You gotta get close, Jerry, or nobody's gonna hear you.
You can move it.
Baltimore.
Look, it moves.
Don't be insecure with having a phallic symbol in front of you. All right? Look, I'm doing it. Everybody can do it.
Some lady's
So
grasping.
you think Baltimore?
Yeah, we had one lady that went like this.
Yeah, Ladybug,
With
like
two
wouldn't keep
hands?
her hands up. Two
Two-handed
hands.
It's a two-hander.
The whole time. Okay, so who's gonna win?
Baltimore.
Jake, who do you think's gonna win?
I have no idea who's gonna win. I think.
What?
I think it's gonna be a really.
Don't you like
I
sports?
thought he was a sportscaster.
I
You're supposed to be a
Pick one.
sportscaster.
You gotta take
Pick
a side
one.
and run.
Bulldog Nation, man, we take stands.
I think it's gonna be like a really, really, really close contest. It's just there's no way for me to tell who's
Can
gonna.
we
be.
fire him again for being wishy-washy?
Pick a side. San
I-
Fran. I'm taking
if-
San Fran right
if I
now.
had-
Ravens.
If I had to pick a side, I gotta say 49ers.
Suck up to Garrett.
Yeah.
That's what that was all about. Why do you think they're going to win? Sportscaster man.
Well, Kaepernick's having himself a good rookie year or whatever year he's on.
Second year.
Second year, he hasn't played
First
much.
as a starter.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have too many tattoos?
Oh,
I like the
wah.
tats.
Linebacker complaining about his tattoos, and he's got his entire body covered with them. I don't want to hear him
Yeah,
talk.
that's a linebacker.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and-
What's it matter? I agree with that. I love the
I
tats.
like a quarterback that's not a prima donna. Alex Smith's miserable, isn't he?
Oh, he is
Can
pissed.
you imagine how miserable he is? And you know what, though? The 49ers would not be where they are with him as the quarterback.
No,
Because
you're right.
Kaepernick's won some of these games with his feet.
Yes, he has.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're too fast, too good on defense for the Ravens. The Ravens have played some horrible games this year, too.
You think so? Horrible, huh? Horrible. Do you know what the happiest countries are? In this order: Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Finland, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Ireland. America's 12th. I'm going to Norway.
What makes those places more happy?
I don't know.
Well, they don't really do anything.
I got to ask, did you hear about this rumor about Tiger Woods offering his wife $250 million prenup to get back together, and she wants $3 million, and apparently they're seeing each other again, and I don't know, man.
Wow.
He must love her. You know what he's sitting there thinking? He goes, man, our golf game sucks, and she left. So I think he's wanting her back. I like to see that. Love conquers all. Don't you think so?
I guess.
Huh?
Whatever.
Whatever. We see what we got else going on in local sports. Let me see. Hamilton County. Oh, geez, oh, Pete. Don't you hate when you're scrolling through a iPad or something and you press the button accidentally? Don't you hate that, Jake? Jake, is everything going? Is the fire out yet?
It's still up here on the board, so I guess it's being taken care of. I don't think it's out yet, though.
Well, how come we don't know that?
Because I can't get any more details. It's just kind of a list.
I see. There's a big Martin Luther King dinner or luncheon over at the Syndicate today. Northern Kentucky Martin Luther King, or excuse me, the Northern Kentucky NAACP is having a dinner. You see in the Enquirer yesterday all the Enquirer stars?
No.
Yeah, the high school stars, they nominated.
Oh, I don't like that.
You know, coming to Latin school.
Sarah Jones probably thumbed through it, though, didn't she?
Oh God, you're so bad. Coming to Latin school was the top school with all the sports. They were like #1, far ahead of all the GCL schools.
I've come a long way since you were there.
Yeah, true story. True story. When I was a senior, I played soccer, baseball, and basketball. Total wins in 3 sports, 2. And a tie in soccer. 2 basketball wins, a tie in soccer, no victories in baseball, soccer.
Wait, you were on all these teams, or just the
yes
teams that while you were there?
By the way, it didn't suck just because I was on the team.
Wow.
Everybody else sucked too.
Hell, you graduated when you were 15, so
I know.
what, did you start when you were 11? Probably
Yeah.
playing against 18.
Yeah, I was, man. I was 12 years old in high school. How you like those cookies?
It's all right. It's okay. You're gonna work for me someday.
Oh, yeah, we
That's
never.
your chant.
No,
when
because
you guys were getting your asses beat?
No, because if we said that, they'd beat our ass. We're a bunch of little nerdy kids, man. In my class at Latin school, out of the 52 that graduated with me, I divide the class up as this. There were 50 normal guys like me that like sports and girls. There were 20 like sissies, and then like there were 10, you know, really weird people.
Weirdos.
I'm not kidding. Those are like 20 of 52 that I would consider normal kids. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
You got normal kids in your school, Jake?
Yeah.
A bunch of hillbillies out there.
Jake, you look like kind of like a bully. You don't bully kids, do you?
No.
I mean, you look like a bully.
I actually
When you're big and strong. And,
push kids around.
I try to mind my own business. I mean.
you know?
Yeah.
Do you think there's life on Mars? They're now saying that there could be life on Mars, Jake.
There could have been at some time. I mean, I don't think there is now.
What do you base that upon?
Well, they found.
I mean, don't make a statement like that without backing it up.
They found a bunch of water, and like.
What's water got to do with it?
Water
it could be
is
inhabitable.
the basic unit of all life.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You didn't know anything about butterflies, though?
Yeah.
No.
So you know about water, but you don't know about butterflies.
No.
All right.
That'd be neat. We're going to need a place to stay in a couple million years.
Hey, do we know anything more about that car fire, Jake?
No, but we do have more incidents. In Kenton, there's an accident. The shoulder's blocked on 275 eastbound at US 25, US 42, Dixie, Crestview Hills, exit 83, and there's still a vehicle on fire. Slow traffic from US 42, Lebanon, exit 46 in Hamilton.
Very good.
He's pretty good at that.
He's the best yet. You know, the girls just were terrible.
Other than my mom.
Yeah,
Other
well,
than your mom.
I had to get you guys back in your game. All the ladies coming in and you're getting off your game.
Jake and Jerry, I got to ask you first, Jerry. What do you think of Michelle Obama's bangs?
A horrible
God awful.
It's a horrible look.
Isn't that a horrible look, Jerry?
Someone
Garrett?
shoot me.
Jake, would you say someone shoot you?
Yes.
That's how bad it was, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle.
Like, that's like in school.
Do you
when,
know?
like-
You know who's in love with Michelle? This will really shock you. TC and Sensible Don.
Oh, of course.
Oh my God, they were like, Michelle Obama. She will not be on our wall.
Oh, God, no.
I still can't believe you.
It's like we had in high school.
Halle Berry, he vetoed her.
Not a fan.
We need some chocolate up there.
Huh?
We need some chocolate up there.
Jeez, Jake.
Just call him.
Glad he didn't have a microphone there. I mean, maybe not over the line, but maybe
think it is.
not what? Jeez,
Sorry, Bill's fries.
sorry, jeez. Jake, will you go back to just taking care of zoo animals?
Yeah, I'm on.
Now, shut
Jeez, oh, Pete. Where did that come from? Where did that come from, man? Just out of the blue, he just fired it off there. Cincinnati Business Courier is talking about how borrowers are lagging behind on their loan payments. And they're basically saying, man, the economy sucks, I can't pay my loan back.
Hey, get it together, morons. Went to college for 5 years to get my degree, paying $450 a month, making it work, paying these school loans back.
I am so tired.
You start in such a hole when you graduate college.
You're right.
You know?
When we come back, we're going to ask Jake about his band. He's got a band, a basement band with his brother. I'm trying to get it, I'm trying to get a gig out of it, you know.
You guys need a bassist?
I want to be the lead singer. I'm a lead singer kind of personality.
We need a bassist. We need a lead singer.
I'm going to be the. Can I be your lead singer?
Sure, if you want, I guess.
Did you see the hesitation there? You got to play the
why
bass.
would you hesitate?
There's the bass. I'm the lead singer. You got a
Boom,
band now.
bam.
What are we going to call our band?
Bulldog Nation, great.
Bulldog
Good
Nation
idea.
is a great
There
idea.
you go.
This is the Black Keys, Gold on the Ceiling on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Jake the Snake, is there anything going on?
Well, nothing new other than the accident on 275 eastbound in Kenton and the vehicle fire at Mosteller in Cincinnati.
Jake Slagle, do you got any inappropriate comments you'd like to make at this segment?
Not yet.
All right, thank you, zoologist. I like that, not yet. Oh, my God.
They'll
Well,
come up with something and get back to us.
Well, tomorrow is my big Dirty.com trial in federal court in Covington. It'll go for a couple days. And I'm not going to comment on the facts and the specifics of it, but I will comment about this. This case has national significance, and the reason being is the issue will be and is, you know, these websites, when they act like a newspaper, in other words, Facebook, you just put something up and they don't.
Yeah.
But when they act like a newspaper, what's the culpability and liability? And that's what they do, and it's going to be interesting. And they're trying to act like it's a First Amendment case, and it's not a First Amendment case because we all have the right to First Amendment, but you don't have the right to libel and slander people, if you know what I mean. But it's going to be interesting. I'm ready to go. I'm very prepared. I'm ready to step in the arena.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
speaking of kind of this case, I was at the bar on Friday night with some people.
Yes.
And was talking to this girl, and we got to, she brought up, I wouldn't have said anything about it, the Sarah Jones case.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, she's creep, you know, she should have, and I defended her.
Good for
Sarah,
you.
I defended you.
Good for you.
And I won the argument.
Heck yeah. You know what? There's some people just mean, jealous, nasty people.
Jealous rage.
Jake, are there mean people? There's even mean people with sophomores in your school, I bet, aren't they?
Oh, they're all stupid and mean.
Yeah, they have like big nut sacks hanging off the back of their trucks.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Don't even
I
talk
guarantee
about that,
you,
man.
Ramming
My
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Giant
my God.
hillbillies.
Yeah, there's like Uncle Rico in every one of the sophomore football players, if you know what I mean. Like back in '82, like,
Jeez.
they're gonna be talking about this past football season because
Yeah.
they went to regionals and whatnot.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they got killed.
Nothing wrong
Well,
with
so what?
reminiscing on your high school days.
I mean, I do
To
it.
live in it like some of these guys.
I do it coming to
right?
Latin all the time, man. The sports stories that I have from coming to Latin school.
But you've moved
Hey,
on.
hey, hey, hey.
It's not like
This
killing
is-
you to this day.
This is
you
a
lost the last game of the season.
This is a true story. Senior year was George Clooney's senior year at Augusta. We played George Clooney. By the way, everybody in the gym loved him even back then. We played a box and one. Clooney at 5'11" was the tallest guy on their team. I guarded Clooney in a box and one, and it was the only game Augusta won that year.
George Clooney?
George Clooney. We won 2 games. George Clooney's team only won 1, but they beat us.
Jeez.
I shut him down. No, I didn't.
We scored 47 points.
I don't know how many points. I just remember getting mad at halftime and kicking the bleachers and my coach getting mad at me.
Breaking your foot.
Yeah. I guarded George Clooney.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
You guarded an A-lister.
Yeah, an A-lister. You know, by the way,
You guarded a Z-lister.
By the way, speaking of a Z-lister, true story, okay? We were going to Brio's or Ruth Chris. It was me, Chuck, Chuck's wife, and the Godfather, Larry Grouse, to dinner Saturday night, right? Well, guess what? They said no reservations, and then Chuck said, it's for the Bulldog. True story. Both Ruth Chris and Brio's opened up a table for the Z-lister.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That shows some class.
Darn right, baby. A Z-lister can get a table when they need them. Jake, by the end of the year, I'm hoping to move up as a Y-lister.
I don't even know what that means, but I'll just go along with that.
You know, they
One
call
day,
the big stars the A-lister celebrities.
Yeah.
I'm a Z-lister.
It's
All
a
right.
Z-lister.
I only have 25 more letters to catch Clooney.
Okay.
I'm going to do it one day, Jake. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it.
I don't doubt it for a second.
So who do you think we should have for our traffic reporter, Jake? A guy, a girl, an old lady, a young lady, an old man, a young man?
Since you can't do it every day.
Since you can't do a brunette, a blonde, a redhead, should they do it in a bikini?
I don't know.
Bikini clad.
Yeah, but oh yeah,
Right.
we're running out of bikinis.
There's so many different choices that you've presented me with, and
Have we boggled your mind?
yes.
Well, you know, I'm a sophisticated rhetorician inebriated with the exuberance of my verbosity, so sometimes I do that.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Conjugate that sentence.
Okay.
Parse it.
Diagram it. What's an adverb? What's an adjective? What's a noun? What's a verb?
Oh my god.
What's
a
your
preposition?
subject? What's your favorite? What do you?
What's your favorite subject, Jake?
My favorite subject is probably Spanish because it's easy for me.
It is?
Yeah.
Say something in Spanish.
Yo quiero Dr. Pepper. Hint, hint, Dad.
What's that mean? I like Dr. Pepper?
I want Dr. Pepper.
You want Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. You know, I can count to 10 in 4 languages. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
English, German, Japanese, and Spanish. There you go.
Of course, in Spanish, El Nino stands for
I have no idea.
The child.
Niño.
Child.
Really? Now you play.
What
now,
is it?
I think it was the child.
Now, Jake, you play an instrument. What instrument do you play?
I play drums.
You play drums.
Actually, I play drums. I play trombone.
What kind of music you into?
Well, you're talented.
Well, music, I like a lot of classic rock, and then some of the newer like metal that my brother listens to. I can tolerate some of it.
Jerry, do you play an instrument?
No, I don't.
Wait, how can you be in our band? He's going to be the bass player. Garrett is. I'm going to be the lead singer. Your brother's the guitar player, right?
Yep.
And he's the drummer. And what's going to be the name of our band?
Bulldog Nation.
There you go.
We need a woodblock player.
How about it? Wait a minute, Jerry.
Triangle.
Jerry. You can be the cowbell.
Oh,
We gotta have
more cowbell.
I have a cowbell.
You got a cowbell? We got to have cowbell.
I have a cowbell mounted on my kit. I can just take it off and give it to you.
I like that.
Go.
More cowbell.
What kind of songs do you cover?
We don't cover a lot of songs. I mean, we'll cover a little bit of everything, like some classic rock. Like the other day, we covered a.
What do you usually cover with? Comforter, or blanket, or quilt? Oh, you're talking about different music.
I
I'm
see
sorry.
what you did there. Well, we cover like the other day we covered a ZZ Top song, and then.
With all this music and all this work, do you also have a job?
Yes, I do. I work at Perfect North Slopes, also with my brother.
Hey, can you get me in there Friday?
Man, you know what? You are what's good about America. There's hope for America. That there's kids like you. And how about his shirt, Tommy boy?
Callahan Auto.
He's got Callahan Auto Parts for a shirt.
Yep.
That's a pretty cool shirt.
Give him Oracle status. Jake, we're giving you the highest honor.
Yes.
That can be bestowed upon a nation member.
Let's give Jerry Oracle status for coming in too.
Jerry.
And tell him.
Oh, look at that, Jerry. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, Garrett.
Hey,
talked into the mic.
hey, we gotta give him Oracle status for telling us all the dirt on Tim Jones off the air.
That's right.
My gosh, man. Don't worry, Tim. We're not going to tell Cheryl any of these stories.
Wait till next break.
We won't do it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury, this is Matchbox 20. I love this song. We're hip today. We're hip on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury, happy Martin Luther King Day. If you're off work, I ask this, why? Go work. Not to blasphemy Martin Luther King. I love Martin Luther King. I got a bust of Martin Luther King in my office, but I don't get why you should be off. Come on. And of course, the inaugurals today. And Jake, is there anything going on in traffic out there? We got young Jake, who's 15 years old, who's a high school sportscaster, volunteered to do traffic today, and I double booked because Jerry agreed to do traffic too. But go ahead, what do you got there, Jake?
Well, nothing new other than the vehicle fire at 275 westbound at Mosteller at exit 44, and the accident on the shoulder at 275 eastbound at US 25 and 42, Dixie and Crestview Hills, exit 83.
All right.
Hillbillies are going all right out there on the roads. Not too much going on.
Maybe they took my advice.
What was your advice?
Put down the cell phone, put down the cigarette, watch the road.
Turn on ClassX.
You know, when I drive, I make sure my cell phone is turned off, and I put it under the seat where I can't reach it, and I never text or talk on the phone while I drive because it's not safe.
Right. I never get a text from him.
Nobody ever talks to me or texts me while I drive.
In all seriousness, how do you do that? You send me 50 texts in a row every morning.
Well, that's when I'm...
And I know you're driving.
No, I'm at a stop sign.
Know.
I'm at a stop sign when I do that.
I know you're... I can just picture you just flying down the road.
Oh, my goodness.
Swerving in and out of traffic.
Oh, well. Somebody just unsubscribed to my newsletter. You know why? Because I was supposed to meet with them and I forgot.
Nah.
Not once, but twice. It's my office's fault. It wasn't legal business, so I didn't care.
Sarah Jones' fault?
It happens. No, not her fault.
It's alright, Sarah. I'm not going to fire you.
Fire.
Fire.
Let me see. By the way, Brio's dinner was pretty good Saturday night. You guys ever been to Brio's? You ever been to Brio's, Jake?
I've never even heard of it.
How about you, Jerry? You like Brio's?
No,
It's good.
My place.
It's good.
Where's Brio? Newport? Right by the theater, right?
You know what? Chuck Holbrook, it's Jack waking up Chuck.
Chuck!
He said that was the worst song ever played on Bulldog Nation Radio. Did you hear about this? They report that the president has switched the government vehicle plates to D.C. and they're saying taxation without representation. Barack Obama has taken up the mantle of D.C. statehood and, well, at least representation. And you know why? Because they'll be voting for him. But I'd like to point out something about Martin Luther King Day today. Martin Luther King, his great speech, I Have a Dream, was about that he wanted the kids and the people and everybody else, his kids, to be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Well, guess what? 95% of African Americans vote for Barack Obama, despite that lousy record. So we have a long way to go when people, vote based upon the record versus the color of their skin. This is kind of sad news. Seniors are piling up debts on credit cards. Why? Because they can't afford their medicine. That's another part of the economy of Barack Hussein Obama. In fact, I got some statistics about old Barack. Well, I'm going to pull out my statistics here. I got some good stuff on old Barack Obama. Dun 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 dun. Where are they? Where are they? Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. National debt when Obama took office, $10 trillion. National debt today, $16.4 trillion. Unemployment rate, 7.3. Now it's 7.8, but we know that's BS. It's really like 15%. Number of people in poverty was 43 in 2009. He's added 3 more million to poverty levels. 1.3 million were on disability. Now there's 8.8 million on disability. How do you increase 7 million on disability? Good God. Oh, hell in a handbasket's what I gotta say. Hell in a handbasket. Anything going on traffic there, Jake?
Nothing has been new. Still the vehicle fire and the accident at Kenton on 275 eastbound.
Do you believe Chuck does not like Matchbox 20?
No, that's a great 90s
It's a great
band.
song. You know what we ought to do? We ought to probably play for Chuck Matchbox 20 songs the rest of the show.
You know what? That's not their best one, though.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's...
Abraham Lincoln was the... I already said that. Let me see. William Howard Taft was the only ex-president to swear in a president. Thomas Jefferson's was first inaugural in Washington. William Henry Harrison was the longest speech. By the way, do you know what the significance of William Harrison's presidency was there, young man?
Didn't he found the city of Harrison?
No, it was named after him. But he got pneumonia because he gave too long of a speech without his hat on and died. It was a short presidency.
Wow.
John F. Kennedy, he had the first inauguration attended by both his parents. Harry Truman's was the first one by television. Let me see what else we have here. James Madison was the first one to sell tickets to an inaugural ball. Let me see. James Buchanan was the first one to be photographed. Clinton's was the first to be webcast. Chester Arthur is the one that added "So Help Me God."
Clinton's was
Oh,
webcast?
Washington did that. Yeah, Clinton
In
was
'96?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
TR was sworn in Buffalo by a judge because McKinley died. He was the first and only time a president was sworn in without a Bible.
Remember when Obama screwed it up 4 years ago?
Yeah, Roberts and him screwed it up. Roberts tried to memorize it and didn't work out very well. How about this? You know, John Adams was the first president to live in the White House in Washington, D.C. And FDR had inscribed into the mantle there John Adams' words where he said, "Let there only be honest and wise men to live here," or something like that. Let's examine Barack Obama. Honest? Hell no. Wise? Hell no, number 2. Honest and wise. Does anybody look at Barack Obama and say, there goes an honest and wise man?
Man with integrity.
I want to tell you right now, I am not joking, folks. I sit here every day. I read all the news. I listen to the news. I live in the real world with you. I fight the same battles you do. I put my pants on the same way you do. I worry about the same things you do. And there isn't a single person in America, I mean, I'm not kidding you, that can articulate it, can fight it, can debate it with some passion and brains. I don't see anybody out there. Why am I the only one that's got it all together? I mean, there's people that they're smart, but I mean, they can't articulate. I mean, Sean Hannity, for example. You know, he's got no depth to him at all. None. He just spouts off the party lines. The country needs me, Garrett. We'll do our show every day from the White House.
Good.
The Bulldog announces now, I'm in for 2016.
You got my vote.
I will take Hillary down, Jerry.
What?
I will take Hillary down.
He's not going to vote for you.
I said
What?
I was.
Oh, I thought you
He's
said
only
no.
15.
If I can.
Well, if you could.
2016.
26 you would do.
You'll be
Yeah,
able to.
I'll be old enough, yeah.
You'll be right there on the... You'll probably...
Tell the world, folks, the Bulldog's running for president in 2016. I can't wait to be on the debate stage. Oh, God. Crush them.
I'm not going to vote
Crushed.
for you.
You're not?
Unless you pay me.
I'll pay you. Counting Crows, Accidentally in Love on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. I got a fan, Bulldog Nation member Kenny, that thinks Holy Cross students are the bomb. He just sent me a presidential fact that I already freaking knew. Holy Cross Indians. He did get me on a physics question once, though. Guys, I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. Jerry and Jake, will you do the rest of the show for me?
Sure.
All right, go ahead with traffic.
Well, both accidents of the vehicle fire has been cleared on 275 westbound at Moss Cellar.
How did they clear it? What do you mean?
It just says cleared.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Did they tow it away? Did they put the fire out?
They bulldoze it right off the
They
road.
put the fire out, and I guess they towed it or pulled it off.
How did they tow it? Tractor, truck, wagon, what? Did they load it up, tow it away?
Are we gonna start this again?
Start what?
We're just wondering the details.
We know what people are thinking out there. So do you know how they cleared it?
No.
All right.
And then Kenton.
Why don't you just say that?
Because I didn't want to. Also in Kenton, the accident's been cleared at 275 eastbound at 25 and 42, exit 83, Crespi Hills.
All right. Jerry, would you like to comment any on the traffic?
No,
Look,
I'd
he's
just
learning.
like to thank MLK today for a nice clear day on the way in.
There you go. And so you're off work today.
I'm off work today.
My gosh. And we work.
Must be nice.
Man.
We're here
man,
for the
man.
people.
We're here for the
For
people.
the people.
See, people count on us.
Next year, let's start observing MLK.
Jake, have you ever been involved in a scandal that was on the dirty.com?
I don't even know what the dirty.com is.
Well, you better find out because one day they're going to be probably writing about you because you're going to be famous.
Okay.
So they're going to be,
dig up the
they'll
dirt
try to
on it.
dig up dirt. You know, since Snappy Tomato Pizza doesn't do any sponsorship of our show, I just want to mention for some information of Strong's Brick Oven Pizza is where my stepson works. Wow, it was a pretty cool place. I stopped in there on Saturday to say, hey, Cameron was making the dough.
Was he spinning it like the
Brick Oven Pizza there.
It's good.
Yeah, he was spinning it.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. Super Bowl. Why do they have 2 weeks for the Super Bowl?
It is stupid.
It is stupid, stupid, stupid.
They'll just hype the crap out of this. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
you'll be so sick of hearing about John and Jim freaking Harbaugh
The brothers.
and Ray Lewis over the next 2 weeks.
Man, if I coached the Super Bowl against one of my brothers, I would like sabotage everything. I would like, because you're your brother, you're allowed to do anything. You'd steal their playbooks, you'd spy on them and just say, hey, it's my brother.
Yeah,
You're allowed to do that.
I used to kick his ass as a child.
You know what, Garrett? I think we got an opening here for a great opportunity. You know, Dear Abby was like 936 and she died last week.
We're gonna take over.
Bulldog advice column.
Nice, yeah.
Garrett and Bull. Jake, ask us a question you want advice on.
We'll give you
and we're going to demonstrate how good we are. Just ask us a question about life or something, being a kid,
Girls.
girls, whatever.
High school problems.
Whatever. Give us one.
How do I tell people to shut up in a nice way that won't make them stay away from me for the rest of eternity?
You want to handle that one? You want me to?
I'll take it.
All right.
Or you want to? You got.
All you say is, listen, I really appreciate what you're saying, but I'm trying to study here. So can you I just don't have time. After I get finished studying, let's talk about it.
Gotcha.
No, here's how you do it. You probably don't want to tell them. You probably don't want to talk to them for the rest of eternity anyway.
This is
I
going
know.
to
You
be
just tell
brutal.
them, shut the hell up, pal, or I'll kick your ass. I'm going to stab you with my number 2 pencil. Say, take care of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go to school tomorrow.
You got any other questions?
No,
See, we're gonna see.
Anything else
Hey,
to help you with?
hey! I think we just developed it. We give you 2 options.
Yeah, you got
Abby only gave you 1 option. Bulldog and Garrett gives you 2 options,
Yeah.
and you can just pick.
Alright.
Bulldog and Garrett advice. Somebody else need a piece of advice?
Jared, you got anything you want to ask us about? Problems with the wife?
Anything?
Anything?
Any problems at home?
Problems at work? Your boss, supervisor?
With cookies and muffins.
Cookies and muffins?
Oh. I'm going to try a muffin here. What are these chocolate? Is that chocolate chip or raisin?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, good. If it was raisin,
Nasty.
kick
things.
your ass out of here.
I don't like raisins in my muffins or cookies either. You certainly don't want raisins in a muffin.
No.
You know,
Damn, that's pretty good.
don't you? Is
That's real good.
that a good muffin? Like your muffins plain?
Love a good muffin top. Good fluffy muffin.
Is it still moist?
You don't
there,
want
Garrett?
fluffy muffins.
It's a moist muffin,
moist.
man. It is just delish.
It's got blueberries in it, man.
It's chocolate chips.
Oh, chocolate chips. Man, that's
Oh.
different. That's different.
Oh.
Jake,
Oh.
anything happened in traffic over there since we began here?
We do have one new incident in Cincinnati. There's an accident on McMacking Avenue at Winton Road.
What kind of accident?
Just says accident.
Is it a bad accident? Is anybody injured?
On what
We're
road?
really starting this again. McMackin or something like that.
Are they
I don't-
disabled? The car's
McMicken up
disabled?
in Clifton, probably.
Were they women, female drivers?
Probably. I wouldn't
Probably
put it
women.
past them.
Hey, we're not gender biased. How come you said probably? I just asked. I wasn't implying that women drivers are bad. You better be careful. We're going to get sued for gender traffic discrimination.
Girls are horrible drivers. No accidents on Martin Luther King today.
I think this advice has got some potential. I really do. By the way, before I fall asleep, do we have a song, and do you know how long it is?
Oh yeah, we do. Oh yeah, it's that Skynyrd song.
Skynyrd
about
song?
3.5 minutes.
Well, we got to talk for a little bit longer. Hey, how about this budget? The Republicans are going to give Obama what he wants, a 3-month extension on the debt ceiling, and then they say then we're going to insist on a budget. How about these Republican jackwagons? They freaking cave on the whole issue of the fiscal cliff. Now they're caving on the debt ceiling, and then they're going to cave. And it's kind of like this: they keep retreating. They say, "Well, we're gonna stand strong on this." Oh, then they retreat some more. Now we're going to stand strong. John Boehner, McConnell, and the rest of them are a bunch of jackwagons, weaklings. When I run for the presidency, I'm running against all of them. I'm going to light up the Republican Party establishment, the Democratic Party. Tea Party's going to love me. And you know what? All these people that run from the Tea Party, they can kiss my fanny. I embrace it. I will say it loud and proud. Taxpayers who want some freaking relief are good people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Skynyrd. I ain't the one. I ain't the one. Southern Rock, ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. What do you got there, Jake? Got anything going on in traffic?
Well, in addition to that accident I reported earlier at Winton Road, there is also an accident on Finley at Elm Street.
All right. What kind of accident is that one?
An accident.
Man, you need to learn some more adjectives and adverbs there, young man.
Incidents.
An accidental accident.
An incidental accident. An incidental accident. That's pretty good.
What kind of cars were involved?
Jerry, what do
Motor
you...
vehicle.
Jerry, how has this experience been for you? Have you enjoyed this?
Oh, yes.
Remember, you got to talk.
Hell no, he hasn't.
Hell no.
How come you didn't bring Tim Jones with you?
He wouldn't get up this early.
Really?
I heard Tim Jones is real laid-back guy, real cool, and then his family's just in a mess. Massive problems.
It's the exact opposite.
Really?
That is so
Tim's
hilarious.
the jackwagon, huh?
Yes.
I meet this crazy guy.
Oh my God, he's the problem. Let me tell you about Tim. This is funny. Growing up, Tim owned a convenience store. It was called Convenience Store. Then became an Ameristop. And he used to hire the prettiest girls that wanted to work, obviously, from Simon Kenton High School to work at his store. And guys like me would go in there to buy Mountain Dews and Hostess cupcakes, whether we needed them or not. And you know what? He did it on purpose, and it was a good plan. You know, you're smart.
Tim's a smart
Two
businessman.
girls on convenience store, people buy stuff they don't even need. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you walk in and buy 6 packs of XXL condoms.
Oh, jeez, Pete.
You know, I just...
Jeez, oh, Pete. Garrett, what am I going to do with you? Now, you're not going to be here tomorrow, so where are you going to be? Where are you going to be?
I got to go to freaking Lexington, the home of your Wildcats at 6 a.m.
Lexington? What's in Lexington?
I don't know, something for Coke. Got to go with the big bosses.
Coca-Cola?
Some
Coca-Cola?
underling.
By the way, I have some sad news to report, and I want to honor him with an oracle status because he's not a judge anymore. I do not have to, you know, always be careful, you don't want to be sucking up to somebody, but Judge Will Schroeder, who was a Supreme Court judge from Northern Kentucky in the state of Kentucky, has retired and resigned his office. He's, it's common knowledge, it was reported in the newspaper that he has battling brain cancer. And kind of reminds me of myself, although he's a rebel. He fought the city of Fort Mitchell on some land use issues, and he was a district judge and a Court of Appeals judge and a Supreme Court judge. His big issue recently, last year, was he did not like the fact that the Bar Association tried to have the judges pay less in bar dues than lawyers because he thought that was unfair. You know, that he thought they should pay the same. Man of great integrity. And I wish the Schroeder family and the Arlinghouse family all the best. And, you know, he's a good man. And all I can say is cancer sucks. Hate cancer. Can you give him oracle status there, Garrett? The Judge Will Schroeder, Supreme Court judge. It's the highest honor we can bestow upon anybody. Jake, don't you feel like, by the way, we're getting shirts made up that says Oracle. So you'll be able to wear that shirt proud. We'll get you one.
Just school. Are you going to tell your buddies? This ought to be a big thing. You could tell people at school tomorrow you're on the air with...
The most important thing, you think you're going to get some chicks by being on the radio?
That's true.
I don't know.
Have you told any girls that you're going to be on here?
I haven't told anyone.
Really?
You got to go brag
Man,
about
you gotta work this thing.
It's a huge opportunity.
You got a Facebook page?
Yeah.
All right.
Post it.
Post it, man. If you want. See, we got this video cast. You give Jake your email address. We'll email you this thing, and you can post your show.
Gotcha. I'll do that.
And you know we're going to be on television soon, don't you? Like national television?
Yeah.
So we'll have you back when we're on national TV so you can get in there.
Alright.
Only you got to sit where Jerry is, and Jerry's going to do traffic, and he probably can describe the accidents much better. Don't you think you can describe these accidents better, Jerry, than Jake has?
Oh, I sure could.
Jake, you're a good kid, man. Hey, Tommy boy, will you talk to him?
Yeah. Well, hold on, Jerry. I got a question for Jerry. What do you do? Well, we owe him another opportunity.
You're right.
Probably, right?
You're probably right.
What do you do?
You want to come in tomorrow and do it?
Yeah.
I just quit my job. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
Sweet. What do you do?
I work
What did
in
you do?
Printing department.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come back tomorrow because we're gonna name the full-time. It's gonna break a lot of hearts, but we're gonna name the full-time regular traffic person after Friday. There's somebody that wanted us to try out a chimpanzee. You know, one of those chimps that stars in those GoDaddy commercials or whatever it is. That one that's really well trained. Yeah, they could do traffic. So I don't know.
Thing's been chicks.
Right.
Maybe your girl Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Shannon. Isn't there a song called Shannon? Yeah, there is. Shannon. Chip's showing his age. He remembers that song. Shannon. It's a real high-pitched song. Can you try to find that? We'll play that.
Henry Gross.
Just Henry Gross. Shannon. I think we've played it before. Let's see if we've got that on there. That'll be great. If Shannon does it, that'll be a great song for her theme song. And Dr. Kurtzman's going to come in here and relieve me tomorrow at about 8 o'clock while I go off to federal court. I do not want to be late in federal court.
Why isn't Sarah going to do traffic?
Yeah, she's got too much work to do. You found it there?
She hates me. No,
You found
I don't have
it? Hey, Jay, can you find that for us? Shannon by Henry Gross?
Mm-hmm.
He says yes.
We got Shandy by Kiss.
We don't want to do Shandy by Kiss.
That's because they're an overrated band.
My God. So anyway. Anything up in traffic there, Jake?
Nope, nothing new since the last update. Still
Jake?
the accident on Finley at Elm Street.
Jake, you got any nicknames?
Just Jake.
Just
Play
Jake?
sports.
What?
You play any sports?
I'm on the golf team
Really?
at school.
Really?
I was on it last year, but I
Oh,
actually,
Tiger Woods, huh?
No.
You date a chick like Elin? Do you like board games?
I like card games.
You drinking yet?
Card
You like
games.
getting into drugs?
You ever been in
Do you
Turkish
play
prison?
darts and
About
horseshoes?
that time.
I play darts.
You do?
Yeah.
Does your dad make you do chores around the house for money?
Yeah.
What are some of the chores you got to do?
Clean my room, clean our bathroom with my brother.
Have any of your female teachers sent you a naked picture of themselves or an inappropriate text message?
Good God, no.
Which one, if one were to do so, would you want it to be?
Which teacher would you like?
Who's the hot teacher? Who's got a hot teacher?
Hey, Jake, let's back up. Who's your hottest teacher?
That's a tough one.
Tough one? You got a lot of them, or just you got all ugly ones?
No, there's not really one at my school.
Really? So you don't have one hot teacher in your school? Okay, they don't teach you, just a hot principal, a hot employee. Isn't there anybody hot in your school?
Lunch lady, even though they're not really.
Yeah, lunch ladies?
No.
Nobody?
Nope.
Oh my God. How about the neighboring school, a competitor school? You know a hot teacher in another school?
I don't know any teachers from another school.
All right, listen. If you're a hot teacher at Lawrenceburg High School and you want to send a young student a picture, email it to Garrett or text it to Garrett, and he will forward it on to Jake.
Right.
That way you'll be screened. You'll be protected. You'll be protected.
To filter them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, this is a great song from the Pipes from Led Zeppelin. I love this song. Robert Plant, 29 Palms on ClassX Radio. Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, we've had two guests in here. Jerry, who brought us great homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I ate too many of them, and that has caused me to be even more sleepy than I am. And Jake the Snake, 15-year-old sportscaster from Lawrenceburg High School, who has been reporting on traffic. And and his dad Chip has joined us too. What do you got there, young man?
Still nothing new since the accident on Finley at Elm Street, as well as the one at Winton Road.
Very good. Nothing like it. Do you believe we got to put up with 4 more years of Barack Obama? Oh my God. 4 more years. And I think about all the people that voted for him and why, and again, the Republicans act like that they are going to, we're going to draw a line in the sand with the debt ceiling. And then they don't. Now they're going to say they're going to draw a line in the budget. What a joke. And the gun debate, of course, continues. I did watch the Hannity special over the weekend about the gun, and they had a very hot-looking woman shooting guns, and she actually showed that what's called a semi-automatic gun, firing one at a time, was less powerful than the other handguns and whatnot that they use. And then they mentioned that reason why they chose in New York, no more than 7 bullets is because that basically puts out of business like 95% of the guns because of what they usually carry. And then I learned this about New York. How about this? You know, Cuomo's out there acting like he's going to make a big difference in New York, this gun control issue. Turns out that New York, second to California, has more people who are arrested, charged, serve time, get out, and do it again. In other words, repeat criminals. And I know this from Joe Deters, told me, the Hamilton County prosecutor. The way you reduce crime is you put the real bad guys in jail and prison and keep them there. Because they're the ones that commit the most violent crimes. But no, we don't want to have guns to protect us. And Barack Obama used the kids, shameless. Him and Biden, we're going to make it safer by taking guns away. Oh, just so much stupidity. Like, hello, you got to call the guy with the cop to come get the gun because you don't have guns in the school. How about this? Silliness. The whole idea is that those that want to buy guns lawfully are getting restricted. If you're a thug and a criminal, you're not obeying the law, so we're making it harder for people that are lawful abiding citizens to have guns and more difficult for those that don't. It makes no sense. And then you look at the empirical evidence. Look at what happened in Chicago. Just violence out the yin-yang. And you know what? If Barack Obama claims that gun violence is important, then why in the hell hasn't he and Rahm Emanuel done something about Chicago? Why don't they go arrest all the gang members instead of just letting it get worse and worse and worse? Take the guns away from those people that are lawful taxpayers and citizens. Makes no sense. And how about those crowds and lines at these gun shows?
Yeah.
They're lined up for miles at these things. A buddy of mine sent me a picture of the ammo shelf in a Walmart. Nothing left. Kind of worries me. I'm a little behind the 8 ball here. I got a couple guns, but I need to get some more. By the way, Chuck had my gun the other day. Chuck, if you're listening, I got in my truck, the gun, the safety was off. I'm like, well, I'm glad I caught that before I accidentally shot a hole in my F-150.
Chuck's getting pretty careless, isn't he?
I mean, I was like, oops. Yep.
That ain't good.
Getting pretty careful. By the way, did you see Chuck on the news?
No!
Yeah, I was on the news with my new client, but Chuck was on the news about gun rights. He was down at Shooters, and they interviewed him, and they said, well, what do you think about these people being appalled about all the guns being bought or whatnot? And he goes, I'm appalled that they're appalled. Did a good job, Chuck did,
Good job,
supporting gun rights. What do you think of gun rights there, Jake?
I think law-abiding citizens should be able to buy guns and have as much ammo as they need for, you know, recreational, going to like the shooting range and, you know, defending their house. And the people that are not law-abiding citizens, like the thugs, shouldn't be allowed to buy guns.
You're a smart man. Jerry, what do you think about the issue? Weigh in here. We got to get you some airtime here.
I think criminals don't care about the law, so keep making more laws and they'll keep breaking those too.
Well, that's true. They don't care about the law.
Put a sign on the door. If I put a sign on the door that says no guns allowed, that'll stop them.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
How about
They won't.
how about that newspaper that published everybody that had a gun? How dumb is that? And they took it down. They said they didn't do it under pressure. They just said, well, we've told everybody. Did you see what they did? They posted where that publisher lives. That's what happened. The publisher, the editor of the newspaper, they published where she
really?
lives. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't take stuff down unless you're pretty much being forced.
You don't pull on Superman's cape. NRA. I tell you what, that Wayne LaPierre, whatever his name is doing a good job defending gun rights. He's going to be one of those popular people in America. His mug's everywhere. But he's doing a good job defending it. I will just never understand why these do-gooders think that they ought to not have guns in schools, and then they call the police with the gun to come to shoot the bad guy. I mean, it's just illogical. You know, Joe Biden and Barack Obama are either stupid or completely naive. It's one or the other. I mean, nobody with sense would say this is a good policy. You're dying to say something there.
It's the former.
It's the former. Mr. Community Organizer.
I think it's both.
I think it's both. Both.
Yeah.
What do you think about Michelle Obama traveling the country? Can you imagine how many trips she's going to rack up her second term? Because she's really not going to care, because they don't even have to run for re-election. It'll be completely shameless.
It's over now.
Yeah.
Hanging out in Hawaii. Michelle and the girls.
They
I
just don't
can't
care
stand
anymore.
her. I don't like her.
The new bangs.
Oh, the new bangs look
That's a
awful.
horrible look.
She should have let my daughter Charlie Ann take care of her. Well, Jake, is there anybody you think we should hang on the wall? Let's go ahead and ask you, Jake. Who is the hottest girl in America, your generation, your age? Give me the hottest girl. That
You had to pick one.
You had to pick one. Megan Fox? She's already up there.
No.
All right.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton?
No.
All right.
Bottom on the.
Give us a name.
Emma Stone.
No!
Yeah.
No!
I think I like Emma.
I veto that one. Emma Stone is not hot enough. She's a Lindsay Lohan backup. If Lindsay Lohan wasn't a nutcase, Lindsay would get all those roles and not Emma Stone.
No.
I'm sorry, man. Pick somebody else.
All right. It's a tough one.
Who's the hot teacher at the school? Come on, you still haven't said it.
I'm gonna go ahead and just plead the fifth on both of these subjects.
There's got to be somebody. Sarah Jones was the hot teacher at wherever the hell she taught.
Dixie.
Who was my hot teacher? We had
My hot teacher in grade school was Miss Desmond in the 3rd grade. Smoking hot.
Mrs. Kennedy from
Mrs. Kennedy.
5th grade.
In high school, we didn't have any odd teachers. Latin school. None. We had Miss Decker and Sister Mary Elefantis, otherwise Sister Mary Francis, who once beat the hell out of me in a class. Then they got back to the bishop, and the bishop and my dad were laughing about how this nun beat the hell out of me.
Yeah, public, what do you call it? Or
Miss Desmond was the hottest teacher that I ever had. Of course, I was in grade school, so she didn't send me any texts.
You know, now that I think about it, we had a Bengal cheerleader when I was in middle school.
Really?
Miss Tumulty. Her husband
Tumulty?
was a player.
Really?
And she was a cheerleader. I
Wow.
don't think she got caught up in a
Wow.
thing.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's play a song from my generation. I think this came out in 1979 or thereabouts when I graduated. I graduated from high school at 15 there, Jake. Does that impress you?
Yes, it does.
It should. All right, this is... This is Supertramp, Breakfast in America. I'm just teasing, folks, on ClassX Radio.
I'll take care now, you hear?
This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Jake, you got anything on your final traffic report?
Well, we do have 2 new accidents in Cincinnati on Ludlow at Central Parkway and on Colerain Avenue at Ronald Reagan Highway.
All right.
I think we have a jackwagon over here.
A jackwagon?
Nick S. said your show sucks on the live chat.
Oh,
He
you're a
does. Jackwagon him up. Hey, I gotta say this. Then why are you listening?
Very good point.
How about Phil Nicholson says he might move out of California or the country. He's tired of paying taxes. What do you think of that, Jerry?
I'm ready to go too.
Let's all move to Switzerland.
Ireland, here we come.
Canada.
Canada. We might have our full-time traffic reporter that's going to begin on Friday, or test run on Friday, and she's already got a theme song. Hit it there, Garrett. You wasn't ready. Yeah, just think every time there's a traffic report, we can play this downer kind of song.
Well, Henry Gross.
Henry Gross here, and you know, maybe we'll have to have Greg Ambergy write an original song for Shannon. Well, we got to get to the refrain because the refrain's kind of funny. I mean, Henry Gross could hit a high note, real high note. Thanks for coming in there, Jake.
No problem.
Speak up in the microphone.
No problem.
All right, was it a privilege and an honor?
Yes, it was.
I want to tell you something. All joking aside, you're a great sport. You're a good kid, man.
Thank you.
You come back anytime you want, buddy.
Thank you.
I've been really enjoyed having you.
Your dad's got
Your
you
dad ought
pointed
to
in
be
the right direction.
Your dad ought to be proud of you.
Alright.
Your other brother's probably somebody he isn't very proud of, but at least he can be proud of one brother.
Brother's probably
one
a
kid.
liberal.
I don't have any
And
other.
listen to this. Listen. Oh shit, it's gone now. Enough of Shannon. We got to get an original song. Jerry, now you on the other hand, I'm being serious. If you want to come back tomorrow and do traffic, please do.
All right.
Because we don't have anybody to do traffic tomorrow. And bring some more chocolate chip. Please don't bring any cookies. I feel like I gained a pound today eating cookies, man.
Fat over here.
Yeah. The Hardball Super Bowl. Isn't that something?
It is pretty.
2 brothers.
Could you imagine if you're a parent, one is going to lose the biggest game of their career?
Last NFC,
One's
AFC
gonna win.
championship when they were in it, they did this little piece about how their dad watches game film for both of them. So what's he going to do now? I mean, does he watch both their films and say, here's how you beat Jim, this is how you beat John? I mean,
Yeah.
or do they just, he stays out of it? Very interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see John Harbaugh go nuts yesterday on the Ravens sidelines? Oh my God, he did a conniption fit. And by the way, he was right. That ball hit the turf. He was right. But man, he went bonkers, man. My kind of guy. Go bonkers and settle back down. You gotta go bonkers every once in a while. Oh, you know what? You didn't play that song. That John Connolly song, Common Man. You didn't find
we
it?
don't have it.
You don't have it? Yeah, we'll have to find it.
Conley.
Come on, Jake.
Here you go. Here's a.
Hey, Jake, any more fans over there? Oh, live stream.
He said, well, if it was any better, you would have more listener.
Oh, it's listeners.
He's an illiterate hillbilly.
Well, I want to tell you right
Look,
now, Nick.
Here's the thing.
Brian Hamrick's wife listens every morning, so there. Who else do you need as long as Brian Hamrick's wife's listening? Let's give Oracle status to Mrs. Hamrick.
Yep.
There he goes. He's jumping up and down. You know, one of the hey, one of the funniest things that I'm not going to embarrass him by saying who his name is, although he probably wouldn't care. When my daughters played little soccer, you know, like in grade school, middle school, and whatnot, we went down to the bluegrass games in Kentucky, and I'm not kidding. Their coach, got Manor to call, and he threw his hat down, fell on the ground, and like did rollovers, like, you know, drop, roll, and whatever. It was the most hilarious thing. I wish I would have had it on film.
Like on purpose, or
yeah, on purpose. On purpose. He was so mad. He threw down his hat, fell on the ground, and then started rolling over. I was like, "Geez, oh, man, these are like eight-year-olds."
Wow, that's pretty intense. I mean, you remember the umpire from a few years ago, or the manager in like a AA baseball game or something, got so pissed, and then he's crawling around out, like, he's literally crawling around the infield like he's in the Army, and then he grabs the rosin bag and, like,
I'll remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. How about Lou Piniella, man? Lou Piniella used to go bonkers, pull out those bases.
Well, apparently, what's his name that just died?
Earl Weaver, he was the best. He had that famous one where he turned his hat around. He's chewing at the guy. He turned his hat around. Let's face it. You do blame him. There's a lot of stake in some of those calls.
Yeah.
I'd be a fiery manager. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, we will be back tomorrow with some radio superbity. Want to thank Jake. Want to thank Jerry. It was a good time. It was a good start on a Monday. And we will have, as we watch Harbaugh go bonkers again. Every dog has their day. I hope today and tomorrow is yours on ClassX Radio.